Hello everyone, so welcome to the video. Here's our awesome plane. We are taking this plane over to the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. So this plane we had to take from San Jose over to Vegas first, since Vegas was our layover spot. You can see here that the plane's about to take off, and there it goes. It's about to take off. During this duration of time, it was a very sunny day. It was around 10:30 a.m. in the morning at the time that we took off. And then here you can see the whole Bay Area for what it's worth. Bay Area was beautiful during that time. Not that much turbulence going into the air here, so that was very great to see. And then here you see Alviso area. That's where the red water is. And then you see the green mountains. It was raining quite a bit in the bay, so I was not surprised about those green mountains. And then the snow that you see here going into the Sierras. So that was beautiful as well. Got to take a little video of more snow. I was actually surprised that we had quite a bit of snow patches this year. And then this is going towards Vegas. As you can tell, since that's getting more looking like a desert. And there's a little bit of turbulence here going into the airport. And this is when we're about to land into Vegas here. Quite a bit of turbulence there, as you can see all that shaking. And then this is the plane about to land here. You can go see those hotels there. You can see the Mandalay Bay, I believe, is on that left-hand side there. And then you can see the rest of the hotels in the strip area. We walked into the airport, which was very nice. The airport is very nice as usual. And then over here, we're about to take off to go over to the Chapel Hill. Also, I think it's also called the Raleigh Airport. So we're about to lift off from Vegas here, going into it here. There goes the airplane going up. And then you can see the beautiful Vegas for what it is there. And then over here is the view of Las Vegas here. You're seeing that whole view. Super beautiful, right? And then there is more of the view there. And then up ahead, once this view cuts out, there's going to be another view of a rock that I saw, which I thought was really cool from the plane ride there. And then from that rock, we go ahead to the next scene here, which the next scene being a bunch of circles on the way to Raleigh. I don't know what the circles are actually for, but I have a feeling it had to do with snow. This is the change in time zone. So there was a change in the time zone here. And then over here is just dark. Yeah, so when we were arriving, it was already pretty late in the Chapel Hill area, so I was not very surprised that it was dark. I will admit there was a lot of turbulence here, so I kind of didn't want to record myself screaming because the turbulence was very scary. And so you can see the plane shaking a lot. And then when we were landing, pilot had a little bit of trouble landing, but luckily we were able to land safely. So you can see that the plane is shaking a lot here. And then here you go. There's our landing right here into Raleigh Airport.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you waiting for flight 4495 going to Orlando, my name is Nick.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. So over here is the Raleigh Airport. And then here we're going over towards Durham here because that's where our hotel was at the time. This is the traffic lights, and then this is the freeway again. It was a mix of traffic lights and freeways on the way to Durham because we were avoiding the tolls. And so we were going up towards the Durham area here. And then this is more of the Durham area. This is more of Durham. I think it was just mainly Durham all the way to up here where our hotel was. This one is some restaurants. This is the Hampton Inn that we stayed in. It was a pretty nice hotel, if I would say so myself. And this is the Cookout. Cookout is a wonderful fast food restaurant. Check it out there. Highly recommend. And this is the food from the Cookout.
South towards
The doghouse. The doghouse.
Hot dogs.
So over here is the freeway heading to Chapel Hill. If you don't know this already about the Chapel Hill, Durham, and Raleigh area, it's like a triangle. There's that nice building that we saw, by the way, in the triangle. And so the triangle is pretty much where all the research is done in Raleigh, and it's a very liberal area, I would say, for the most part. When you're driving around here, you're going to notice a lot of trees. I noticed that because coming from California, I was like, whoa, this is a lot of greenery here in the North Carolina area. And there's a police right there, and there's another car. We were honestly just driving into the area, and here is the road that takes you to Chapel Hill. What's interesting is that this road is the main pathway to get into Chapel Hill. And this is some stores that we saw. Barnes & Nobles was there. There was a Burlington, and then there's a Walmart up ahead somewhere up there. There's the Michaels, the Bath and Body Works, Spectrum, and then that I believe was the Walmart. And then we got out of the Walmart, went over towards Chapel Hill area, and then over here is the route going towards Chapel Hill again. And then over here we were just waiting for the stoplight.
Staple is against the very clean.
100.7 WRU. Raleigh's
Yeah, everything you have to drive. Like Walmart store. Oh, wow, we're going up a hill, bro.
Streaming
Really?
now.
Whenever you said it's going to be a hill, and then you asked about running.
Yeah.
There's
a sign.
It's like hopefully fun.
After searching and
Welcome to
trying so many
Chapel
other
Hill.
products, I finally found.
So over here is the actual area of Chapel Hill that we're going into. It's pretty nice during the day here. And so we were looking at the different restaurants nearby the campus. Is what the school is right there on your left hand side.
Part of it already, but not the school stuff. Yeah, just the eateries. I think this is the school.
You'll arrive. Your destination will be. You've arrived. Destination is on your left.
Yeah. So over here was the parking lot heading over into the campus, and then this is the water tower that you can see here. House Science Library. So we're right here.
The stairs, bro.
So this is the UNC quad that they have here, which is really nice. And then this is the auditorium entrance there. And then this is the little admit day information and my little notebook and my water bottle. There you go. So after the actual admit day presentation, we went over to our breakout sessions with epidemiology. I didn't really want to record inside, so I decided to record the rest of the school to get an overview of what you would see. So over here, you are seeing the quad area of the campus. I was just kind of zooming in everywhere just to see what it was like. And then over here was another nice building that I was looking at. And then on this side here is the Carolina Performing Arts building here. And here was the old well that everyone fascinates about. Here's a video of it. And here I was just walking over to where they had the student social. And at the time it was March Madness week, so it was pretty fun. Here's a video. This is my room. So during my time at Chapel Hill, I went back into my hotel room here, and there's my desk that they provided me here at the Chapel Hill. There was the outside area. This area was my hotel room over here. And then this is the inside of the restrooms area. So the restroom or bathroom actually is really, really nice. And I really enjoyed my stay.